Hey, welcome. Have you ever just felt totally lost when it comes to finance? Yeah, you're definitely not alone. So today we're going to clear up a really common point of confusion. We're breaking down the huge difference between financial planning and financial advice so you can figure out which path is actually right for you.
You know, a lot of us start right here. We have this one immediate, super specific question, and it feels like the most important thing to ask, right? Like it's the one key that's going to unlock all the wealth.
But what if I told you that focusing on that one question is a bit like asking for directions to a single street corner when you don't even know which city you want to live in yet? Maybe we need to zoom out.
So, to get you some clarity, here's our game plan for today. First, we'll talk about what it means to be at your financial crossroads. Then, we'll dig into the difference between just getting an answer versus getting a full roadmap. After that, a head-to-head breakdown, a look at how you can choose your path. And finally, we'll talk about the ultimate destination, your financial well-being. All right, let's dive in. First up, your financial crossroads. This is all about getting a handle on that starting point, that place where most of us are when we first think about getting some help with our money. You know the feeling. Should I get this loan? Is this insurance policy any good? Should I invest in this thing I heard about? These little questions pop up all the time. Each one feels like a separate decision, a separate turn you have to take. And that feeling of constantly being at a new crossroads, that's our starting point. So, you're standing at that crossroads. Where do you turn for help? Well, that brings us right into our next section, an answer versus a roadmap. Think of this as meeting the two different types of guides who could help you on your way. Okay, so first up, you've got your typical financial advice. The best way to think about this is like asking a local for directions. You say, "Where's the post office?" And they say, "Turn left at the next light." It's quick, it's specific, and it solves your one immediate problem. It's all about that single thing. But then you have financial planning, and this is totally different. This isn't just a quick direction. This is like getting a complete, detailed topographical map of your entire journey. It shows you the mountains, the rivers, the easy paths, the hard paths, all leading to your final destination, which in this case is your life goals. Okay, so now that we know who our two potential guides are, let's really put them side by side. It's time for our head-to-head breakdown. We're going to get into the nitty-gritty and compare these two paths in detail. First up, let's just talk about the sheer scope. Typical advice is really narrow. It's like looking through a telescope at one single star. But financial planning, that's like looking up at the entire night sky. It's designed to be wide and inclusive, covering everything: your budgeting, your savings, your insurance, taxes, retirement, estate planning, the whole shebang all together. And then there's the whole perspective on time. It's just completely different. Advice tends to live in the right now. It's often reacting to what the market is doing today or solving an immediate need you have. Planning, though, is all about the long game. It's looking decades into your future, wrapping out your entire financial life cycle, and even planning for things that haven't happened yet. And that brings us to this really crucial idea: integration. Typical advice can sometimes treat your financial decisions like they exist in separate little boxes. It might give you a great tip on an insurance policy, but without thinking about how paying for it might affect your retirement savings. Financial planning is the opposite. It's an integrated strategy. It sees your financial life as a whole ecosystem, where every single decision impacts everything else. And this quote just nails it. It really gets to the heart of the matter. Advice is often answering the question, which product? While planning is answering the question, how do I live the life I want? It completely shifts the conversation from a transaction to your deepest ambitions. And you have to understand, financial planning isn't just one conversation. It's a real, structured process. It starts with gathering all your data, then analyzing it, developing a custom strategy just for you, and then, of course, putting it all into action. But maybe the most important step is the last one: constantly monitoring and reviewing it. Because guess what? Life changes. Which brings us to the nature of the engagement itself. Advice is often transactional. You ask a question, you get an answer, maybe a product is sold, and that's it. It's done. But planning is a continuous relationship. It's an ongoing partnership that evolves as you evolve. When you get married, change jobs, have kids, you name it. Okay, so we've covered a lot of the theory. Now it's time to bring it all back down to earth. Let's talk about choosing your path and what this all means for you in the real world. This table really makes it crystal clear, doesn't it? If your question is specific and focused on a single product, like, should I buy this insurance policy or is this a good loan offer, then some straightforward advice might be all you need. But if your question is big, broad, and about your life goals, like, how can I retire comfortably in 20 years, well, then you are firmly in financial planning territory. So, if we boil it all down to one crucial point, it's this. One helps you make a single choice at one specific intersection, while the other provides a complete, detailed roadmap for the entire journey of achieving your life's goals. And that brings us to our final section, the ultimate destination. Because at the end of the day, whether you need a quick answer or a full, detailed plan, the goal is always the same: achieving your long term financial well being. So, just to wrap things up, let's remember what really defines financial planning. It's comprehensive, not narrow. It's about your goals, not just products. It's long term, not just for today. It's integrated, not a bunch of isolated decisions. And it is an ongoing process, not a one and done transaction. That's the full package.
Look, the whole point of getting this difference isn't just to have more head knowledge. It's about empowerment. It gives you the confidence to know what you need so you can go out and choose the right kind of guide for whatever financial crossroads you find yourself at. And that really just leaves us with one final question for you to think about. Right now, in your life, are you just looking for a quick direction to the next street corner? Or are you looking for a guide for the journey of a lifetime?